Hi students, this is A. Mandri Kumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss a topic called RNA interference. Before we get into the topic, I would like to give you a brief introduction about gene expression. So DNA is the genetic material which is responsible for the characters of an organism. So DNA has to produce a protein. The DNA has to express as a protein. So it must undergo the processes called transcription and translation. Transcription refers to a process in which the genetic information of the DNA from one strand of DNA, that is the sense strand, by RNA. So the genetic information of that DNA are carried by an RNA called mRNA. mRNA or messenger RNA. So it contains the genetic information of that DNA. Then this mRNA gets translated into a protein, and that protein is responsible for the expression of that particular character. So during the translation process, an RNA molecule are able to bind with this mRNA molecule because that RNA molecules are complementary to this mRNA. It contains complementary nucleotide sequence, so it can bind with this mRNA. So it is an RNA molecule. It can bind with mRNA molecule. So this RNA molecule binds with this mRNA and it breaks down this mRNA molecule. So the translation process inhibited by this RNA molecule because it breaks down mRNA into different pieces. So the translation process gets inhibited, and that process is called as RNA interference, because here we are using an RNA molecule to inhibit the process called translation. We are inhibiting the gene expression by using an RNA molecule, and that process is called as RNA interference or RNA mediated interference. So RNA interference is otherwise called as RNA mediated interference. Then RNA interference is an important method or important field in biotechnology. This is a new approach used to silence or shut down the target gene. So by using an RNA molecule, we are able to shut down or silence the target gene. In RNA interference method, double-stranded RNA molecules are used to silence the expression of the gene. In RNA interference method, double-stranded RNA molecules are used to silence the expression of gene. Therefore, it is an invaluable research tool for down the regulation of gene expression. Then this method was first discovered in worms in the year 1948. This method was first discovered in worms in the year 1948. This method can operate in plants, fungi and mammals. Actually, the RNA pathway is thought to have evolved as innate immunity, is a form of an innate immunity against virus. So RNA interference method acts as the innate immunity system, so that organism can prevent itself from the virus by RNA interference method. Then I am going to tell you the steps which are involved in RNA pathway and what are the enzymes which are needed to initiate RNA pathway. Let me explain the steps which are involved in RNA interference pathway. RNA interference pathway initiated by the enzymes Dicer and DROSA. Actually, these enzymes are class 2 enzymes. Class 2 enzymes which belongs to RNase 3 family. RNase 3 family. So Dicer and DROSA are the enzymes can initiate the RNA interference pathway, and they are class 2 enzymes which belongs to RNase 3 family. So this Dicer or DROSA can cleave the double-stranded RNA molecule into smaller fragments of double-stranded RNA. So this Dicer or DROSA enzyme can cleave. So this Dicer enzyme can cleave double-stranded RNA molecule into small double-stranded RNA molecule. And there are two types of small fragments of double-stranded RNA molecule. They are siRNA molecule, then miRNA molecule. So siRNA molecule means small interfering RNA. miRNA means micro RNA. When the small fragment of double-stranded RNA are derived from exogenous source, and that RNAs are called as small interfering RNA or siRNA. While in the case of microRNA, that organisms are able to produce RNA coding genes, and that RNA coding genes are able to produce this microRNA. So that organisms are able to produce this microRNA by its own cell genome. So these are called as endogenous RNA. So this RNA are able to produce by that organism's genome. That is why they are called as microRNA. So the Dicer can cleave the double-stranded RNA molecule into small fragments of double-stranded RNA. Then this small double-stranded RNA molecule contains two strands, isn't it? One of the strand of the double-stranded RNA act as guide strand. So consider this is double-stranded RNA. One strand of RNA molecule can act as guide strand. Then this sRNA can incorporated with the RISC complex. RISC means RNA inducing silence complex. Silencing complex. So this sRNA or small interfering RNA can incorporate with this RISC complex. Then that RNAs are uptake by the nematode. So it contains the guide strand. That sRNA contains the guide strand, and it can bind with the mRNA of the nematode. Then this sRNA can degrade that mRNA with the help of RISC complex. RISC complex contains an enzyme called acronut. So it is a catalytic compound which contains, they are present in the RISC complex. So it is a catalytic enzyme which can degrade the mRNA which is present in the nematodes. So this RISC complex contains that catalytic enzyme acronut. With the help of this enzyme, this sRNA can degrade the mRNA of nematode. So the nematode are not able to translate that mRNA into a protein. So this is how the RNA interference pathway takes place. Then this RNA interference are widely used in the medical field because the microorganisms are expressed by producing a protein. So if a patient is affected by any disease, that microorganisms are producing some proteins, and that proteins are not compatible to our body. That is why it creates some unwanted things in our body. Suppose we are introducing this RNA interference or this siRNA, it can bind with that mRNA and it can stop the translation process, and we are escape from that disease causing agent. So that's all about today's video. If you have any doubt regarding the RNA interference pathway, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.